Hi guys, so I thought I would change things up just a little bit and do a general reading for water signs, Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces. I'll channel any kind of messages that I possibly can through this reading, but we will look into the moment after and see what's happened, and then generalize any kind of channeled messages, and then we'll go from the 18th until the end. So it's pretty much also up until February. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Show me what's happened with Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, water signs. What's happened with the water signs? What happened with water signs? What happened? What happened? Well, you received communication by somebody. Okay, so someone decided to pray that they will not be so offensive anymore. Someone's really praying that they don't have to stand up for themselves. Someone was trying to stand up to you, but I think that there was a lot to do with that someone took an offense to something, okay, and someone's praying in this card, literally praying that it doesn't happen again. So I'm picking up, I'm praying that this doesn't happen again, okay? I'm praying that this doesn't happen again. So it did happen. So someone possibly returned for another opportunity and give you you probably give someone a lifeline. Someone has extended a lifeline, okay? I'm picking up a line, well, obviously 7, so there was a line that was crossed, and you're praying, hopefully, or someone's praying that it doesn't happen again. Let's see what signs. Okay, so wow, so you got the 6 of Cups. So it was definitely something family oriented that someone's praying that it doesn't happen again. Okay, I think that if a lot of you received information about a job that was from a soul group member, okay, so we will go on to love life as well, but from a soul group member, if you was offered a job from someone from the past that you already knew and they give you a job, I think this was you that accepted that job, but you was probably thinking, I'm praying that this doesn't happen again, so I have to make sure that everything is correct. So your correction, I'm picking up correction or direction. So you know you got a direction, and now it's making you probably feel that I just really hope that this doesn't happen again. Okay, that would be from a job that you probably took where it's going well. It's going extremely well, or it started off extremely well. Okay, so I think that through this 10 of Pentacles, it's a lot to do with like something returned from your past, job-wise, and you're just kind of like praying that it doesn't happen again. And now it's kind of like proving itself that you're putting in the work and the effort to get more money. So there's an effort of trying to get more money. So I think that you're just analysing what went wrong before. Okay, going over all that situation and just being very cautious and very careful that things don't turn out the way that they did before, okay, job-wise. Also, to do with the family, I think someone is trying to attach themselves literally onto your energy, okay, because when you cut things out, okay, when you draw a line in the sand, control can be someone that's literally trying to attach themselves to your energy from the past, okay, which is also soulmate, family member, okay. So now we'll go on to family. So I feel a lot of you have got someone around you that's trying to attach themselves back on to you, that you've cut out, not cut out, but they're a part of your family, but you realise that they're trying to attach themselves onto the amount of information that they want to know. Okay, through a lot of control, if it's gone on from the past quite a lot, okay, because you had a 6, so you would have moved forward from that, okay, but control means that someone will latch on to your energy to do it again, okay. Now that will mean information and stuff like that they want to know about your life. That can mean an obsession to try and get back into your life, and you would have cut them out, so you would have understood. And there's now a praying that it just doesn't happen again, okay? It's a cycle that seemed to have happened around family for a lot of you, okay? And of someone trying to attach themselves to you. So, love life. Now, if you are in, I think that you're with the soulmate. For a lot of you, you're possibly with the soulmate and you live at home with them, okay? That you live at home with your physical or the family member and soulmate, or you all live together, okay? And that you're very much in love and you're very in a stable relationship, okay? So that tells me that this person is also praying that this doesn't happen again, that this person can see second-hand emotion can mean someone that can try and get to you with your partner. So if you're with your soulmate here, okay, and you live with them, this can be a friend or a family member or anyone like that that's trying to get back into your good graces, because this is good grace, okay? So it could be a name of grace, but someone's trying to get back into your good graces, but you could be with your soulmate, and this would be a family member that's trying to get back and latch onto an energy because they can't also find their own path, okay? So I'm picking up begging to get, I think that someone's not begging a family member, but they're really trying to get back into the family scene. For some of you, this is not a bad card, but I'm picking up that there is a lot to do with like, because I'm definitely feeling that praying that this doesn't happen again. Praying that it doesn't happen again. Okay, so the truth here is stuck. Okay, so what happened before, more than likely, is that's happened. That same scenario has happened before and before and before. This is someone that feels that the truth is just not going to be spoken. It's that you're hardening. The truth seems to be hard for someone to hear. Okay, so it's in the rock. So something going within your dynamic of your family is hard to get through, tough to get through, okay? And it's tough to pull this person, tough to pull them, is what I've heard. Tough to get them to do something independently for themselves, okay? That's what I'm feeling. That the truth just felt like there wasn't any truth in that matter, that you already knew, okay? You already knew. So if we go on with work, it felt like you had stability there, and you had options, and you had a job. I don't know. I haven't seen that Ace of Swords before, so it's kind of like throwing me off a little bit. Okay, let's see what happened with water signs. I think the truth came in about a job opportunity, and you've grasped it with both hands. For a lot of you, you've took the job offer, but you're also kind of like stuck in certain ways, feeling stuck. Just feel like I'm feeling stuck at work. Some of you just feel like you're stuck in a situation that you can't tell someone the truth about something, that you're trying to either one, receive the truth, but you can't give it. This truth can't seem to be given. It's like, I can't accept this truth. Someone can't accept the truth about something. That's it. It feels like someone couldn't accept the truth, and someone is praying that it doesn't happen again and again and again. Okay, there is a lot of truth about families that are here. The truth about a family situation, that someone is just praying that it doesn't happen again. What happened with water signs? Show me what happened with water signs. Okay, so you've got Pisces, so definitely stuck. Okay. This person is freely doing it though, free. There's a lot of freedom as well, freedom of speech, meaning like I'm free to do exactly what I want to do. If I want to just stay at home, then I'm free to stay at home. There is someone that works from home as well, a lot of you, okay, but you've got Pisces, and we're doing water signs, so there's a lot of feeling stuck and praying that this just doesn't happen again in the family. There's also a lot to do with this job maybe that you've took, that you're probably stuck at work a lot, but there's quite a few things that you also want to do aspirational wise and stuff that you're interested in. I think there's a lot to do with traveling as well, okay? But I think there's someone that's definitely feeling like they're just praying that it just doesn't happen again about this family member. Someone's praying about a family member. Praying. Because I'm picking up like a praying mantis, okay? I am a praying mantis, or the name Mantis. Mantis. I think someone's waiting in anticipation. Or was. Okay, so then you've got 6. So it's kind of like backwards and forwards. Backwards and forwards. You start at 7 of Wands and then you go back to 6, but it felt like you was going backwards and forwards with the person, that you were just stuck in a situation, meaning that this person wants to reconcile and they want to be with you. Okay, so your love life might be there, but this person can also feel like 14:5, yeah, that there's arguments that arise in the family, that you're just feeling that you can't go forward. You know, that the person that's trying to attach themselves onto your energy is doing it constantly, and that would definitely be around family for me. Okay, now if you're with your soulmate, okay, and you're at home living with them, this would be someone that's trying to get back into your good graces. Okay, and it feels like you know that this person's trying to get back into your good graces. Okay, and that you are slightly moving forward, but you're also still stuck. It means that you are getting your attention, because there's someone that wants your attention as well, meaning like, I'm trying to get back into your good graces, and I'm trying to get back into your good graces, and I'm trying and I'm trying and I'm trying and I'm trying, but I feel that you know, because the first card out was the 7 of Wands, which is mean that I've done that before, and that I've had to put down boundaries, and I've had to draw a line, and now they're trying to get back into your life again. But that could be back into your soulmate situation that you're presently in with someone. Someone can be trying to get back into that and find themselves through your energy, meaning that it's difficult for them to find their own energy and their own things that they're interested in. Okay, so it depends on, because we're generalizing it over water energy. Yeah, so it's kind of, it definitely tells me through the Hangman and the 6 of Wands that you are getting success and that you are definitely moving forward, but there is someone that's also getting success that can be from someone that's also stuck. You see, they want your attention badly, but I feel like some of them, or you, don't want that you know that you have to, but you're also trying to find yourself through these kind of like times. Let's continue on. Continue on with what happened with water signs. What happened with water signs? Some of you got offered a job, and you took the job, and that now you are actually physically getting the success that you want, and the success rate of work is good. The demand for work is very good. You are bringing in more finances and bringing in more money. But I feel this energy of feeling stuck is also like there's a lot to do work-wise, and that there's a lot to do with this family member. I keep picking up family because it's right next to the 6 of Cups, and it's trying to get back into people's good graces, but there's an energy of like avoiding, because I've already learnt, because I've already done that from the past, and I've had to draw a line in the sand of how much attention is needed. So there was a lot of attention that was drawn mainly to Pisces energy, because that's the most major arcana. Okay, well, the only one at the moment. It feels like I'm the only one. It feels like demand, okay? And what it feels to me as if some of this, it depends on who, but it was all directed to one person to make the decisions, to be the person that has to make the decisions. And there's someone that's wanting someone to constantly make those decisions, meaning like, well, where do we go out for a date, and what is it that we do for work, and can we plan this and can we plan that? And there's somebody that doesn't like to make plans because they're spontaneous, okay? And because they're spontaneous, normally when you tell that to a person, they're like, oh, well, I don't know, why don't you come up with an idea? And okay, and it feels like someone had the ideas of things here. Pisces energy has that glowing light, okay, the glowing light. So it feels like, well, I'm standing out and having success here, okay, and someone's asking me always about my ideas, okay. So in a relationship wise, that could have gone slightly south, where someone was asking someone all the time about where can we go out on a date, and where would you like to go for a meal, or do you want to do this, or do you want to do that? And then when you say to the person, sure, we want to go out for a date, and then you say, what do you want to do? And they say, well, I don't know, what do you want to do? And there was no kind of like compromise within that, because all the demand seemed to have come towards a Pisces energy here. Okay, that is also telling me a lot to do with like family, where there was a lot of demand by someone, but you know that you had to draw your limit. I think also work-wise, that your limits were kind of like where you were earning a certain crust and you were earning a certain amount, but you were coming up to your limit where you just realised that if I want more of this money, then I'm going to have an action plan to actually get more of this Ten of Pentacles too. And that's why it's telling me that there was a distracting energy around your family life that was pulling you apart, that was also separating you slightly with your soulmate, because there's an energy around that is concentrated on family, as well as the other person is concentrated on their love life. The other person is trying to get back into good graces of family and wants to go forward and reconcile, but someone seems to have learnt that cycle where it was hindering them more through personal growth, because aspirations can be something that you want to do when you have free time away from work. And sometimes in relationships, or when they come about with family, that you want people to make those decisions outside of you having to do that all the time. So if you're the one that always makes the decision and everyone always puts that burden onto you to make them, after a while you kind of like get depleted in energy, and you feel like, you know, well, why is it that I constantly have to be the one that stands up to say, oh yeah, we'll do this and we'll do that, and have the plan completely? Someone is extremely busy all the time and they don't have time to make those plans because they're concentrated on work and career and stuff that they want to do, and that they are actually getting success, but there is still someone that's trying to latch on to someone's energy family-wise to distract the person also away from their work and also their soulmate relationship that they're presently in as well. But that would really relate to a lot of you that are with the soulmate, okay? Or with, well, soulmate, yeah. That you're with the soulmate. But you would be in a soulmate situation that involves your family as well as them, you see. That's the reflection of these cards that I definitely see. So because of that, I think that momentarily it caused some kind of separation where there was a momentarily lapse, okay? Someone lapsed slightly in an energy where it's like, right, we're all going to have to draw a line in the sand, and we're going to have a moment where we separate for a period, okay? And through that period, I think that the focus went, all of you, on money and what you specifically want in your energy of the moments of where you start to be able to think, when you can think clearly, when there's nobody around you. So when you have those moments of isolation, that there are moments then when everybody kind of thought, well, what's best for my life, okay? And I think that if there was a separation, that's what everybody had that time, space to literally think about, is what is best for everybody, okay? So there's a learning to compromise, to physically live with everybody that's in this, okay? But someone did return, okay? Someone did also return. So you've got Libra energy as well as Pisces or Virgo. There was a lot to do with avoiding. It's exactly the energy I was feeling. You see, these are not purpose secrets that are kept from people. These are things of information that someone has stuff about their life that they don't want to share with people, okay? And it can relate a lot to codependency, where someone relies on seeking the information from somebody, okay? But please take the star signs out of the equation, guys. But it feels like the reason why this happened is exactly what I was saying, that somebody wants the attention of someone, meaning like, well, I just want to talk, and I just want to know this, and I just want to know about that, and demand. It can be, I wouldn't know people's lives, but it can be strict demand of keep trying to get someone's attention, okay? And trying to get their attention, to get them to speak, possibly means that they've learned a lesson through attachment of energy, through speaking. Okay, so if it's happened and happened and happened and happened, you know that when you communicate with someone, you end up forming this, which is reliance. Okay, to be able to rely on oneself and one's own thoughts, to gather them, to think clearly. Okay, so that's kind of like channeled through what that card came out anyway, is that is someone seeking the attention, but someone's also wanting the attention. Okay, this person here, you could be in a soulmate relationship where you're getting the attention and you're giving it also to the soulmate, and you're living together. Okay, but you're also having to deal with a family member that wants to know information about you. Meaning, like, someone could be like over obsessive about finding out stuff about you or your situation, and if you don't speak to them and they don't get that, and there's an error of like codependency, this person can then do what I was going to do but I never got around to doing it, but it's second-hand emotion, which means that if they can't get to you directly because you've learned and you've cut them out, what they can do is they can start to ask the soulmate, and they can start to ask families and friends and saying, oh, what is my son or daughter or person up to, and what are they doing in their lives? And because you're not telling them directly, they'll go through a second person, which can be the soulmate. Okay, that caused a lot of possible distrust, because this person would definitely trust also their intuition, but it would also have grown through this period of time that you would have learned that to avoid an energy, that to attach on to your energy to pull you backwards, because like I said at the beginning, backwards, forwards, an energy of like, why do you keep wanting to know about my soulmate? Why do you want to keep knowing about my life? Why do you want to know? Because I'm family, but family is just blood. If you're gone through anything controlling and you don't want to tell people stuff about your life, it feels like this person was relentless and constantly wanting to know about things. Okay, that's family. Okay, so that's very difficult to get out of. Trust me, I'll go for it myself. I do. So, but that's definitely here. Because I think that's why this person is staying quiet, because the other person wants to know the information. So there's an energy of like, I need to get your attention. I need to get your attention. I need to get your attention. I constantly need to get this information, and I'll try and I'll try and I'll try and I'll try and I'll try. Okay, but someone feels like they're trying too hard. Like, you're trying too hard. You don't have to try to get my attention. It just comes naturally if I want to speak. But it feels like someone was, because we're looking at what happened. Or it could still come through as like still happening, obviously. But was like constantly trying to get someone's attention away from their soulmate or away from someone to give it to them. So someone formed this reliance within the soulmate group that they're with, if you're with one, or independent on your own, to say, we have to be cautious by the amount of information that we share, because sharing information can also be used as a second-hand emotion. Okay, so there is a reliance, that energy where you formed that with your soulmate to figure out a situation that you had to do with home. Okay. But information that's always wanted is not always needed by another party, and that's why you can form a reliance against someone. It doesn't mean that you have to be manipulative. It just means that people can start to avoid people if they're constantly confronted by getting their attention, because there can be an energy here that can be a Pisces energy that people are trying to get the attention of the Pisces, or a Pisces can be going through that situation with their family of exactly the same scenario that I said. Okay, because it would be about truth. It would be about the truth of money, finances and rent and bills. It would be today the day-to-day life. It would also be around your soulmate as well. And it would all be to do with talking, okay? But if this has happened, your life would be like, well, I know exactly what you're saying. I don't want to talk to the person, okay? So it feels like that could well what have happened, guys. So we will now just generally look at what could be going on with you with the water signs for the rest. We'll just do a small one for the rest of February. Sorry, it's very early, guys. It's very early, and I'm just trying to think what to do with my day. I've got quite a lot of other stuff that I would like to do, but I can't seem to leave these cards alone at the moment. I'm just learning through these ones, so I thought, why not? So what have you got coming up? So you've got this person coming up again to take something. You see, this is an attachment. An attachment. This isn't options and choices, it is, but this is also an attachment. Attachment that someone wants to take your energy. In this deck, these cups are empty, right? And someone wants to refill them. But something, well, two things I've just noticed. There's two things in this card that have been taken, which is the Two of Cups, okay? The Two of Cups was taken. Something was taken, is what they're saying, or something will be taken. Or someone's trying to take your emotions, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't physically have to be objective. Someone could be very objective, okay, and they like objects. Object of desire. I'm picking up an object of desire. Desiring a lot of stuff, or requiring a lot of time, and requiring a lot of energy. And there is energy around you that can try to attach themselves to you because what they want is your emotions. In this card, it doesn't have to mean that these are physical objects. They're just objects of desire, of trying to take some of your energy. Okay, so you have an attachment between your first house and your seventh house of your relationship. So there is someone in your energy that you possibly know is going to try to attach themselves to you to take it from you. But we will go on to just a general kind of like, some of you have got desires, you've got dreams and stuff that you want to do. That's what I'm saying. Through what happened before, you're probably very focused on your money. And you're deciding, well, I've got two jobs, okay? Two jobs. And I've took two jobs on. And I've took a lot on. I've took also the soulmate on. I've also took on this situation. And I've also got two things, dreams that I want to do, where I possibly do two jobs. But there are other things that I want to take from my life as well. For myself. Because this would always talk about everybody, okay? So everybody is kind of like forming this alliance to say, well, we've all got dreams and we've all got things that we want to do. So what is it that you want to do? What is best for yourself? Okay. So when you do that and you focus your energy on yourself, you will have an attachment that's trying to get back into your energy that caused this before. Okay. So it will cause an energy of distrust. So someone's trying to get back into your good graces again to take something. Your emotions. Your emotions are things where if no one takes your emotions into consideration, meaning like, well, I've give you my emotions and I've kind of like give you all this kind of stuff. But when you don't take my emotions into consideration, meaning like if I want to remain quiet or I don't want to say anything, I just want to focus on my soulmate, or I just want to focus on my career and my work, then why is it that you constantly need my attention? Because I'm just not prepared to talk at the moment. Okay, so when someone persists to persist and persist and persist and persist to do that, that'll be someone that's persisting to take your energy. Okay. Because if I don't know if people see these, but this person's taking stuff. You know, they're taking things from you. It doesn't physically have to mean jewels and money. It can be for some of you. I'm also picking up Jules, the name Jules. Okay, or Verne, Jules Verne. Wow, that was Back to the Future, right? 3, Back to the Future 3, Jules Verne. Some of you want to be an author, an orthodontist. I'm also hearing orthodontist. Let's see, dreams to be an author. Some of you have dreams to physically be an author, okay, or Arthur. Let's see. See, when I get used to these cards, I will hopefully be able to channel a lot more through there. You see, you go from 7, family, again to 1, 8. 8 of Cups, pretty much, okay? So, I think that some of you, that your love life is good, but there's still an energy that's someone's deciding between. This is someone that's trying to take someone's soulmate energy, okay? So they've got a lot of dreams and they've got a lot of aspirations, but it's still that same story of what happened there is still happening again, and it's a lot to do with this Ten of Cups of home. Home is always the Ten of Cups, okay? And someone has dreams to also get back into this good graces of this family relationship, okay? But I think that you feel that that's happened before. Sorry, I'm trying to think what the Eight of Cups is. That's why I hesitated, because I'm trying to think what the Eight of Cups looks like. I don't know until I see the card. I've got a bad memory. When you're awoke, I don't know if a lot of you kind of like go through this, guys, but when you're awoke, how is your memory? Because my memory, I can just switch off just like that, and I've just like forgot things. It just seems to have scrubbed your memory. Okay, it feels like someone's memory is being like brainwashed or something, like washing. I keep picking up washing. Brainwashed, like dreaming a lot to do with, I don't know. This can be an energy that you'll feel lost and separated. But this can be one of these people, you see, to do with a home that feels lost in their own energy. Yeah, that's what they're telling me. That somebody in your family feels lost and like in a dream state. And I also think that that's reflecting through this soulmate relationship that you're physically in if you're with them, okay? That there's a lot of feeling lost. You know, when you can have a lot of interests and you're very focused on the TV or something that you're studying, and it feels like when someone tries to talk to you, it's kind of like, or vice versa, that it's kind of like, yeah, what? And they're like, you just didn't hear anything that I said, did you? And you're like, well, no, sorry, because I was like concentrating on this. That's what that energy feels like to me. That someone has this dream state. It could definitely be a Pisces Scorpio energy. This is Pisces as well. Okay, that someone has this dream state that they go into. And because they're very focused at work and stuff like that, that when someone tries to say hello, they're like, what? But I think that's happening with a soulmate, like trying to get your attention, and you're like, oh, sorry. And there's a politeness. But there's also like someone that tries to get your attention by going, hello, and you're going, yeah, what now? You know, you know, I've got something that I've got to do. I'm extremely busy, and that I'm focused on this here, money and stuff. And because I'm real focused, someone tries to get your attention, but I think that external person that's more like family member wise is like, oh, what now? What now? You know, what do you want now? You know, I can't give you all of my attention, and there's an energy of like avoiding that because you know that this person can latch onto your energy. You know, in the other Rider-Waite, natural one, this is a dark passenger, okay? It is also known as someone that can latch onto your energy dark-wise to take stuff, okay? So I'm feeling that is definitely to do with taking this Ten of Cups, which is like physically taking away your own dreams and your own aspirations, and I think you're all doing it. You're all learning through your soul group and your soul members, and you're learning about what true feelings are, but not feelings. I think that what you're learning about is the trueness of relationship for some of you, but there is an external person that's trying to understand what they're learning is what is true to them, which is just straight up family. But there is also someone that's seeing it as like, I'm independent, I'm not codependent, I can do things for myself. And that there is someone that doesn't like it when you don't speak, and they're trying to get back into your energy to take your energy, okay? That distract you away from what you want for yourself. It feels like, it just definitely feels like there's someone that can't find that within their own dreams, you know. That they possibly had dreams at one point, or they do, but I don't think that they act on them. I'm definitely feeling that, and that's probably what caused this. I've got to draw a line. You've got to find yourself. I can't give you all the attention. I've got myself to think about, and I've got my relationship to think about, and I can't all the time give you that attention. And you know that when you do, you sit, and then it makes you stew on an energy of like, where you'll go into a daze and it'll just replay in the mind all the time about how much this person is required of your attention and what it is that they've done in life that they've took from you. It feels like more mind, taking things from the mind, you know, taking things from the mind, which obviously in turn starts to affect the feelings. But that's definitely, for a lot of you, is to do with a family situation that you're going on that's extremely, well, this can be extremely karmic, you know, because you run into the same situation, 7, over and over and over and over again in your life path. Oh, welcome to being a 7. You could well be a life path number 7, but you could also have started the year off with a healing year number 6 at 7. 5, 6, 7, 2 sevens. Wow, so everybody is involved. Sorry, everybody is involved. Continue on the reading up for now, up until the end of February for water signs. Water signs. You see, 7 again. 7. Everyone's involved. Someone is so concerned about a family relationship that they're constantly trying to get back into someone's good graces, and they're doing it again. They're doing it again. This is all around water signs. Okay, there's an air sign that's definitely around air and water, air and water, air and water. You see, it can confuse water signs as well as what it can confuse air signs, but there's definitely distrust around family. Okay, which is an avoiding. It can feel like an air of distrust, but really what it is avoiding. You know, it's avoiding a situation that you know that's gone on and gone on and gone on and continued to go over and over and over, the same kind of feeling that someone is definitely trying to latch onto your energy to pull it away and pull your dreams away from being yourself. So if there's someone around you that's going through that same scenario where when your dreams and your stuff that you want to do for yourself, it feels like someone requires your attention to pull it away from what you want to do for yourself. So someone is very independent on trying to get your attention away from your dreams, you know, to get your attention away from your dreams. Because it feels like someone always feels like they're running out of time and that they need to reconcile and that they need to reconcile, you know, and that I'm running out of time, but this person needs this family membership. Don't know why I heard membership. I need a membership. I need some kind of membership. Or I need a commitment. Some of you are like really, or this other person really needs a commitment. But I'm really not picking that up. I mean, that would be for people that are going through a complete dilemma. But someone needs information. You see, this person needs information. But this card also, don't forget, this 7s avoid conflict. Me is my life path, right? And I bump into situations that I have to try and avoid my whole life. At the beginning, I just ran into them time and time again, and I just stayed and stuck up here, right, snagged between a rock and a hard place of learning. But now I have learned. This card turns around for me in my latter part of life now, where I avoid people. If anyone starts a fight or conflict with me, I'm not interested. I'm just straight out. I'm just like, no, I'm done. I don't mean I'm finished with people, but I mean if anybody causes conflict in my life, the first thing I come up with is a plan to get out of it, which is to avoid people, okay? And that energy is still as a good card, because it doesn't mean that you're avoiding personal growth. It just means that the personal growth is forced upon you to learn something still about independence, but you can also learn to avoid energy, you see. So, sorry, we're misplacing cards. Siri, I didn't ask for your requirement. I don't know what you're going to say. See, no problem. No problem. No problem. Let's see. Let's continue on. But I feel that someone is constantly trying to get back into water signs, you know, air sign, definitely, as mainly, is trying to get back into the good graces of the family. But to take energy that's already known. No, I know that you will take my energy, and I know that it will take me a long time to recover. Okay, there's a recovery. Someone's trying to recover also for an addiction, possible as well. Okay. Water signs continue peaceful water signs up until the end of February. It also, guys, if there's anything that you want to see from this channel, please let me know, you know. Okay, so you've got Sagittarius energy and you've got the Two of Swords, so you've definitely got Libra involvement. Okay, 7, 8, 9. So it causes someone like slight anxiety to get back into someone's good graces. It can also cause, you see, draining. This is draining fire. You've got Sagittarius here, but it's draining fire as well. And it's also putting out water, right? Something wants putting out. Something wants, or someone feels put out. Thank you, Spirit. Someone feels put out by the amount of attention that's required. Like, it's just, it feels like I constantly feel put out, or I feel left out. But everybody that cross watches or someone will always see it differently. Always. But generally through this reading, it feels like someone requires a lot of attention, okay? And it causes a lot of conflict in their energy, because their energy is being pulled left, right and centre. Okay, that they require and need a lot of attention, but the other people are trying to avoid the amount of information and energy that's spent on people that can't find their own way in life. But that, trust me, is also family, okay? Because you would be here through a very strong karmic connection to go through that, where you would all learn certain things over a period of time. It's very difficult to physically deface family members, and because you have to make a decision. If it's gone on for a long time, I can never really talk to you at all, and we won't live together and we won't speak together. But if there's certain things that you need or that you have from family members that you enjoy from one another, but you just don't enjoy talking, that's still a very sticky situation to be in, okay? Because that is here. That there's a lot of like distrust, not communicating very well whatsoever, trying to avoid people, you know, that can cause a lot of conflict, because this can be between you and your soulmate, or you and your soulmate, but the other person can be a family member, because there are 3 people in this too, okay? So you're all in this together. This 7 here is running from 2, and it's looking back at 2 also, okay? So it's really looking back at 4 to heal something, okay? So someone wants to heal something, but that's what I'm saying, they're trying to get back into someone's good graces, but it depends on how long you've gone through this cycle together. Because I feel that when you guys try to like we went over, to really focus on your work and where you're going to go in life and stuff that you really want to do for yourselves, and common interests that you could well have with your soulmate at the same time, that you've got those, but there is someone that tries to get back into this 3, because it's 2 but it's 3. You know, you're going to have more than 2 people in your lives, so it feels like someone's being forced to reconcile with someone that doesn't want someone back in their energy, because they realise that things will be taken from me, or time will be taken from me. This is time. This is metaphysical time and time again. So it tells me that it's happened time and time again. That someone needs to find their own dreams and not try so hard to talk to someone that doesn't want to talk, you know, because they physically don't. And you'll never get someone to talk by forcing them to talk, because they'll more than likely do the opposite, you know. Opposites attract. So you have law of attraction of opposite. You know, as I'm saying, this other person's trying to get the attraction going again by forcing the attraction, but that's forced attraction. You know, that's not natural law of attraction, it's just karmic law. You know, that this is happening karmically. So someone forces their energy on someone, where you can naturally just feel that when you're around someone, you're extremely empathic, you just know, and you have this sense around you that their energy is very like, oh, and you back off, like you completely back off. That's your energy, knowing that the aura or the energy that's coming from someone is very confusing, right? So because the energy feels that it's very, very, very confusing, that confused energy will, and it will just blow through your soulmate reflection. That will teach also your soulmate through your family. Okay. Yeah, I think at the moment, guys, we're just going to leave it at that. That's nearly an hour's reading. Okay, but you have, we'll do a couple more cards, sorry. I can't leave you at that one. Right, continue on this reading, please, for the rest of January. We're nearly at the end, so I am hopefully soon going to be doing the monthly, so stay tuned for those, guys. But I also have work, so I'm not sure when they're going to be released or done. But I do have time to do personal readings. If you would like a personal reading, you can reach out below. The best time for Skype calls with me, really, is weekends. So, but I can fit those in during the week if you are interested. Continuous reading, please, for water signs. So one more card. You see, there you go. Family, family. These are people. These are women. Sorry, they're not women, but this is a woman in here. But generally, this is sometimes also known as a family member or woman. Okay, but it doesn't matter. Some of this can be going to court that happened through the Scorpio reading. Obviously, Scorpios. I don't know if you watched your Patron, but I would if I was you, because I channeled Princess Diane through that one. And that was all to do with Prince Harry, and I didn't even know until I watched Facebook, well, Face8 and stuff like Facebook. But I see something come up, and I was like, oh wow, that's because I kept coming up with president, okay, and also there was a lot to do with the American thing, right? I'm not really sure. I don't really pay much attention to multimedia, but there was that. But yeah. Court appearance for Scorpio. Well, you had every single counterpart under the sun. That was everything. But the extended went right into it. But again, you see, there's a court appearance, or there's someone that's trying to take someone's information that they don't want to give. Okay, this person, trust me, they would see themselves in that light that they want to do that, but the other people wouldn't. You see. So you're always going to have conflict of desire, that someone wants the attention of someone, but they realise that they're also at the same time very guarded against the person. This person would also want the attention, but the other people will be against that. So there's always a for and against, okay, which is foreign. Because it's foreign language to me. Foreign means foreign language, okay? So it obviously means that you're not, it doesn't mean that you speak foreign, you might be foreign, okay? But foreign language to me means that you're not on the same par of information that you talk to one another. You might see them as someone that, when you talk to them, you just don't seem to get on very well, okay? Because there's a lot of distrust and avoiding family memberships, you know? A lot of you are trying to avoid family members. Or a family member is trying to avoid you, you know. It depends on who's trying to get into someone's good graces that doesn't want it, you know. So you would know where you are on that timeline. But if you're doing this for the love of children, like I said, the mother would do that constantly. But that's down to individual choice of people. But that's what leaves this message of being exactly the same one, really, for you guys. Okay? Alright, that's just a quick general reading for you lot, and I will hopefully catch you again very soon. There is no Patron to this one, I just thought I would just get used to these cards. Alright, water signs, thanks very much guys, I'll catch you again soon, peace.